How's it going, everyone? Bass here. So finally, a little bit of Packer news in what is usually a pretty slow month of July up until training camp. First of which, the Packers have finally reached an agreement with second-round rookie wide receiver Christian Watson. The tweet was just put out by Field Yates here, and it states the Packers have signed second-round wide receiver Christian Watson to his 4-year rookie contract. And I was wondering when this was going to happen, but I wasn't really worried at the same time. Rookie deals are pretty much already set. It's just really the structure that can be negotiated, so there really was no rush up until rookie training camp, which actually starts in 2 days. So I figured it was going to happen within the next couple of days, and it did happen today. So now officially all of the 11 draft picks the Packers selected in the 2022 draft class have been signed and are ready to rock in 2 days. I'm just so super excited for this training camp coming up in just a few days, and super excited to see these young wide receivers finally get into the building, get the pads on, and really start to work with Aaron Rodgers and build a rapport with him. Super hyped for that. As for the other wide receiver news, the Packers have also tried out veteran wide receiver John Brown. The tweet was also put up by Field Yates today, and it states the Packers tried out veteran wide receiver John Brown, who bounced around with 4 teams last season. And as it stated, he really did jump around a lot in 2021. He was on the Raiders in terms of practice squad. He was on the Broncos roster, the Jaguars, and the Buccaneers roster as well, all in 2021, where he basically saw very little to no play time. He had 2 games with Denver and also 2 games with Jacksonville, where he saw 3 total targets and 0 receptions. John Brown is a 32-year-old wide receiver drafted in the 3rd round of the 2014 NFL Draft to the Arizona Cardinals and has carved out a pretty solid career to date. Had a short stint with the Ravens after the Cardinals, but most recently was with the Bills for 2 years in 2019 and 2020, where he actually was a 1,000-yard wide receiver in 2019. The main gripe against John Brown has been staying healthy, which a lot of these receivers that are on the free agent market, that kind of is their problem as well. He had one other 1,000-yard season, that was in 2015 with the Arizona Cardinals. And his most recent full season, although it was only 9 games due to injury, was in 2020 with the Buffalo Bills, where he totaled 458 yards and 3 touchdowns. Overall, in John Brown's career, he's totaled 4,748 yards and 31 touchdowns in the 8 years he's been in the NFL. And this tryout is likely the Packers attempting to bring in a camp body to compete with other wide receivers for this upcoming training camp. The Packers are currently at 89 players out of a total of 90. And John Brown would be a pretty good idea to do that with. He could compete with a wide open wide receiver room and also be a very good vet presence for this young wide receiver room, a wide receiver room who only has 1 receiver over the age of 30, which is Randall Cobb at 31 years old. And at the end of the day, competition is always great, especially a wide receiver room that just added 3 rookies. Whether or not the Packers sign John Brown or not to compete in training camp, expect the Packers to sign someone in the next couple of days to get that roster up from 89 to 90. But that about does it for this video. It's just some quick wide receiver news for you guys. If you are new here and want more Packers news analysis and updates, please consider going down and clicking the subscribe button, as well as leaving a like on the video to support my channel. But that about does it for this one. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Pack Go.